How do you, in terms of the way that you build and design a process, how do you factor that in? How do you make sure that candidates have that clarity about the role up front?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's such a hard thing because especially in these really agile, fast-moving startup type environments, what you need today can be very different from what you need 6 months from now. And that like the team structure can change, your leadership can change, and so many things and factors that contribute to a candidate's success once they're on the job may ultimately change within that first 6 months to a year. And so I think as talent partners, as recruiting professionals, the best thing that we can do is ultimately really do our best to understand the business context, especially in these companies. Like hiring managers might have a more narrow scope or view of what the strategic goals of the business are, or might not be as close to the leadership table or decisions that are being made at that level. And so they're really thinking, okay, well, what does my team need? What does my roadmap look like? How is this person going to fit that need? When really they need to understand how is this person fitting in with the business and the ultimate vision and goals of the business. And I think what I've been able to do in my career in my role is bridging that gap, right? Is like I'm asking the questions on my end from my leadership of like, okay, well, why are we doing this? And what does this look like 6 months to 12 months from now? And what are the anticipated changes? And asking a lot of discovery questions to really understand where we're headed and what might change and what kind of obstacles might we be experiencing that we need to fill this need for. And so then being able to work through that with the hiring managers, ultimately building better role clarity around what the business needs, not what that specific role or team needs.
Totally. That makes so much sense. I think you hit the nail on the head with hiring managers too, in the sense that oftentimes when they are expressing what they think they need in a position, it's what they think they need right now. It's not looking ahead. And so there's a lot of recency bias that creeps in. So not only is it what do I need right now in terms of where the business is at right now versus where the business is going to be at 6 to 12 months from now, but it's actually what do I need right now? And it's also reflecting on some of the very recent problems or obstacles I've encountered as a manager. And maybe if we had this person with this skill set, we wouldn't have had that recent problem. But that's not really looking at the position holistically and strategically for what that manager is really going to need for them and their team to be successful 6, 12 plus months from now. So that's a really good point.